lot of bad things started to happen.
They must just go. I don't know where they go. They must just go.
We're at the breaking point. People are living in fear.
I'm Kyle Smith, film critic for the New York Post. District 9 is in theaters this week. This is a new sci-fi film set in Johannesburg, South Africa, where a race of sort of alien space shrimp men have landed, and they're being kept in shanty towns. This movie has a sort of political subtext about apartheid in the 1980s in South Africa, and these sort of 10-foot creatures who look a little bit like prawns and are derisively called prawns by the humans are being rounded up and moved to a different zone because they're seen as kind of not the kind of creature you want in your town.
MNU is the second largest weapons manufacturer in the world. You know, we assumed that we'd be able to pick up the alien laser gun and just be able to shoot, but it didn't work like that. Because as we discovered, their technology is actually engineered in a biological manner and interacts exclusively with their DNA. So it just doesn't work with humans, and it's as simple as that.
Caught up in the middle is a bureaucrat, played by Sharlto Copley, who's a newcomer, and he gets infected by some of these creatures and starts turning into one. So he's caught between the government that wants to eliminate him for being one of these very scary creatures, and the creatures themselves, who turn out to be not quite as scary as advertised. This movie is packed with sci-fi action and violence, particularly in the second half. As I said, it has a sort of political subtext that a lot of people are finding very intriguing. I personally am not finding this movie to be any more interesting than something like Eight-Legged Freaks a few years ago. It's kind of tongue-in-cheek, it's kind of a spoof of old-fashioned monster movies. That makes it sort of not very thrilling to me. On the other hand, it's not actually a comedy either. It's got a little bit of a satirical element, but it's not really funny. It doesn't go to any lengths to make you laugh the way, say, Shaun of the Dead did a couple of years ago, the zombie comedy horror film. To me, District 9 is not really living up to all the hype. I'm giving it 2 stars out of 4. I'm Kyle Smith, film critic for the New York Post.
Why are you here? Why don't you just leave? How do your weapons work?